Today I want to talk to you about one of my favorite concepts of ministry. I call it the rhythm of the year. We discovered this at my church after years and years of frustration with why people didn't do what we asked them to do when we asked them to do it. I know that's not a problem in your church, but we realized in our community there was a rhythm, that there were seasons in our community. Strangely enough, there were seasons of very high attendance and seasons of very low attendance. Where I was in Arizona, August was the highest naturally attended month of the year for church. I know it sounds really strange. It's 174,000 degrees in Arizona, but that was the month that everyone came because the rhythm of the community was people went back to school in the first week of August, and so people were getting back into a routine. We saw a number of things as we figured out the seasons of the year. We realized there was a fall season at the start of school, there was a spring season at the start of January, and there was a summer season. And so in our community, these were all part of the rhythm of the year. We also figured out that certain Sundays were big and certain Sundays were small. In other words, there were A, B, and C weekends. A weekends for us were things like Easter weekend, the start of school weekends, the weekends of August, Christmas weekend. November was a month of great growth, and as well as February. There were also very difficult Sundays. A C Sunday would be an example of the Sunday after Easter, the Sunday after Christmas, the Sunday of 4th of July. For us, October, because all the fall breaks were during that time, and March, because all the spring breaks were during that time, and people wanted to get out of the heat. So we had to determine what the A, B, and C weekends are. And here's the important thing. You can never make a C weekend an A weekend. You don't put all your effort into bringing people back on the weekend of 4th of July. You don't try to bring them back the weekend after Easter or the weekend after Christmas. It's wasted effort. You try to take the natural momentum of the year, natural momentum of the community, and use it to your advantage to bring people on already high weekends, bring them again, or bring more of them on those weekends. And then you consider, with the rhythm of the year, you consider your pathway to maturity. Let me give you an example of a season, a fall season. We would begin in July before the guest came, and we would push serving at the end of July, and the vision of what we had for the fall and inviting your friends to come to church. We would have baptisms right before the season began, because we want to remind people that when you invite your friends, when you serve in ministry, when you give, baptisms happen, life change happens, and we link generosity of time, talent, and treasure to life change, and we encourage them to invite their friends to come for the August season, and they would. And so our August numbers were really, really high, with or without a mailer. They were always very, very high because it was the natural time for people to come, but it was even higher because we asked them to come. And once they come, that's when we would have signups for small groups. So we did it sequentially. First, we pushed serving to those who were already there, and then they have them come to church. We pushed small groups. We'd also do what we call yes weekends. We figured out that in our rhythm as a church, every 2 Sundays we would do a call to salvation, followed by, within 3 weeks, a baptism. And so we do 8 weeks a year. We call them yes weekends, where we'd ask people to respond to the gospel, to walk the aisle, not just pray a prayer, but actually walk to the back, meet with a counselor. And then out of that, we would have baptisms soon after that. We did that 8 yes weekends and 4 baptisms, and the result was people were taking the next step of obedience to Christ. And again, once again, after we finish those baptisms, then when we push small groups, and after we push small groups, guess what? We're pushing serving again. And so we'd continue the cycle. Every season, we had these on-ramps to giving, to serving, to inviting, to praying, to discipleship. We figured out the rhythm of the year and took advantage of the natural rhythm of the community in order to help people meet, know, and follow Jesus. This has been a Converge Whiteboard Leadership Moment. To learn more about Converge or to join us, check out converge.org.